former Pittsburgh Steeler, former Carolina Panther, Diontae Johnson has been traded to the Baltimore Ravens. What does this mean to the offense? What does this mean for Lamar Jackson? And does this improve the Ravens' chances of beating the Kansas City Chiefs and heading to the Super Bowl? We'll talk more about that on the flip side.
Yeah, have I been going this long? They actually have a tablet ordering system now where you don't even got to talk to nobody no more.
Yeah.
I go in there, I'm like, I put my order, I'm like, was this always here?
Yeah.
This is your boy Retro Recap, Double R Podcast, Ravens, Orioles. All right, let's talk about the trade today, and I'll give my reaction. Former Pittsburgh Steeler, former Carolina Panther, Diontae Johnson has been traded to the Baltimore Ravens in a swap of draft picks. So the Ravens will send their 5th-round draft pick to the Carolina Panthers for Johnson and Carolina's 6th-round draft pick. So the Ravens are going to send a 5th-round draft pick to the Carolina Panthers, and the Panthers are going to send a 6th-round pick to the Ravens. In the grand scheme of things, this doesn't really mean much. This doesn't really do much harm to the Baltimore Ravens because, one, you're getting a Pro Bowl receiver. And one of the knocks that people say about him, and really not even just what people say, if you watch his footage, you can see Diontae Johnson had a lot of drops in 2020. I think he had like over 11 in 2020. So one of the biggest knocks against Diontae Johnson is that he can't hold on to the football. And when I was searching through, social media, Twitter and all that, all I could see was Diontae Johnson drops the ball. He drops the ball. But the drops have come down. You have to realize when you are getting a lot of targets, which he has been over the course of his career, you're going to have a few drops. Now, what was it, 13 drops? That is a lot of drops. But those drops went significantly down. 2021, 5 drops. And then it's been down to 3 drops. So Diontae Johnson has proven that he can hold on to the ball. And, everybody has weaknesses in their game. And that was one of the weaknesses in his game, is that he couldn't hold on to the football. But he's worked on it. He became a Pro Bowler. Let's look at his numbers. And I'm going to go over his numbers. 2019 season, 59 catches. Now, 92 targets and 59 catches. That's a lot of balls thrown to you that were not caught. But he had 680 yards. 2020, the year that he had all those drops. 88 catches, 144 targets, 923 yards. 2021 was his Pro Bowl year. 107 catches, 1,161 yards, 8 touchdowns. There's only one receiver on the Ravens that can claim that they have 100 yards, and that's Mark Andrews. And then 2022, 86 catches, 147 targets, 882 yards. So here's the thing. He's not going to be your significant deep ball threat. He can run the deep route, but he's going to be great on the inside as your outside receiver, depending on how the Ravens want to use him, because, Zay Flowers can play a little bit anywhere, outside, inside. Rashad Bateman can play anywhere, inside, outside. He's going to fit right in. But the first thing I thought about was, why did the Ravens trade for a wide receiver? Was the deal just too good to pass up on? Because Zay Flowers is having a good year. He may not be getting into the end zone a lot, but he's having a great year. Contrary to what people want to say about Rashad Bateman in that Browns game and that big drop on 3rd down, Rashad Bateman has been having a good season so far. So, Nelson Aguilar is what you want him to be. He'll make the clutch catch. He had that one drop in the Browns game that was like, but Nelson Aguilar is a very good 3rd, 4th receiver. You add Diontae Johnson to the mix. The Ravens have a lot of weapons here. I'm just stating the obvious. Mark Andrews, Isaiah Likely. You add him to the lineup now. But I was like, they didn't need a wide receiver. But since we got him, the man is averaging 11.2 yards per catch. So the man, when he catches the ball, he's moving the sticks. He's not going to give you that. He'll give you one of those long plays per season, once or twice a year, but he's gonna move the chains. You got Zay Flowers, who can move the chains. You got Rashad Bateman, who can stretch the field. Rashad Bateman can run over the middle. He can run the post route. Rashad Bateman is good. He has good hands. Contrary to what I just said about the drop against the Browns game. I'm excited because I don't think this is it. Because this was not a need for the Ravens. Maybe this was like 3 years ago, 2 years ago. We probably like, okay, this is the big splash for the Ravens standards. But right now, in the last 2 years, you got Odell Beckham Jr. You drafted Zay Flowers. The Ravens wide receiver room is actually really good. I mean, let's ask the question, did the Ravens receiving room get better with this trade? Yes. You didn't give up much to get him. And you're only paying, what, $600,000 of his salary for the remainder of the year? That's a deal for the Ravens. That's a steal. So I'm thinking maybe the deal was so good that they couldn't pass up on it, because this wasn't an area of need. But since we have him, Lamar Jackson now has more weapons. He's already having an MVP season with the weapons that he got. All this is going to do is draw more attention to the passing game and create more open opportunities for Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson to run the football. Because Diontae Johnson is going to create attention, which is going to take pressure off of Zay Flowers and Rashad Bateman, and vice versa. He may get more one-on-one coverage because of the other weapons that you have on the field at the same time. Now, with the Carolina Panthers, he was the number one receiver. He's not coming into the Baltimore Ravens to be the number one receiver. And that's good. That's going to be good for him because, like I said, it's going to give him more opportunities to get one-on-one coverage and catch the ball. Drops are not an issue. He can catch the ball. He's had 30 catches, almost 400 yards and 3 touchdowns, right about what he normally gets as far as yards per catch. This is a great move for the Ravens in terms of value. You didn't overpay. You're not overpaying for the remainder of his contract. This was a solid move to make, and a good move in response to what the Chiefs made to get DeAndre Hopkins. Now, is Diontae Johnson on the caliber of DeAndre Hopkins? No. Maybe you can make an argument maybe where DeAndre Hopkins is now, that Diontae Johnson is right there with him. But if you look at the overall resume, DeAndre Hopkins is a great receiver, has had a great career. So this is a good move. I don't think they're necessarily countering the Chiefs. I think this is more of a move where you saw the value. It was a great deal to make. Pull the trigger, because like I said, they didn't really need him. So like I said, it's giving Lamar Jackson more windows to throw the ball, more options to throw the ball to. You know, and already having an MVP season. You know, Derrick Henry's going to have open looks because with these wide receivers, you're going to see lighter boxes. And like I said, the only team that can beat the Ravens is the Ravens. Even the Cleveland Browns game is like you go away from the run game. And yeah, Cleveland Browns have a good defensive front, but you still have to establish that you're going to run the ball. And when Lamar Jackson can play Superman, he can, but you don't want Lamar Jackson to playing Superman because you want him to play Superman. You know what I'm saying? Like, Lamar Jackson can be great, but in the flow of the offense. Now, when they need him, yes. And he came through Sunday. He got in the lead, 24-23. Defense couldn't hold it up. I'm expecting more moves from the Baltimore Ravens in terms of getting more help on the defensive side of the ball. And I feel like this was just a trade that was a good value, and you couldn't pass it up. You saw the opportunity to get better. This makes the Ravens better. This makes Lamar Jackson better. It opens the field up. Should see lighter boxes for Derrick Henry. Okay, you want to stack the box? These receivers should get one-on-one coverage. You still got Lamar Jackson with the ability to take off with the football. This is a great deal. And you go from a 1-7 football team to a 5-3 football team that's looking to win a championship. So this should motivate Diontae Johnson. You know, he's familiar with the AFC North. He played for the Steelers. So, you know, he may be able to provide some intel with the Steelers offense. Obviously, he's a new quarterback now with Russell Wilson, but you still got some of the main pieces still there. So he can provide some insight there. The Ravens are going to be playing the Steelers soon. So why not bring in a guy that can give you some, I mean, because the Ravens can't seem to beat the Steelers anyway over the last, 2-3 years. So it's like, why not bring in somebody who has familiar with the Steelers organization? And so that's going to be a great move. I mean, you rarely see, this is like the third time you've seen a Steeler Ravens play for the other team. We had Mike Wallace, then Miles Boykin went to the Steelers. Now Diontae Johnson, even though he went to the Panthers and then went to the Ravens, he just played for the Steelers last year. So this is a good move for the Ravens. It makes them better, and that's really all you want. Like I said, as far as drops, that's not been an issue. He's a Pro Bowler. He's talented. and he has speed, he has agility. You know what I'm saying? He might not have the best separation on the football, but he's a good player, and he will get separation in this offense when the Ravens make the right play. So that's my reaction. It makes them a better team. That's all you're looking for, is does this trade make the Ravens better? You don't make trades to be neutral or worse. You make trades to be better, and I think this does. And I think that Eric DaCosta has to have more moves, and I think the next move we see is on the defensive side of football. Either way, when that move happens, if it happens, I will give you my reaction. That's what this channel is about, providing the news and giving you my reaction. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you like and comment if you enjoyed, if I provided anything for you. And also, if you want to become a channel member, the link will be in the description. You can leave a super chat, all that good stuff. I appreciate you guys. This is your boy Retro Recap, and until more news from the Baltimore Ravens, I am out. Peace.
Yeah, have I been gone this long? They actually have a tablet ordering system now where you don't even got to talk to nobody no more.
Yeah.
I go in there, I'm like, I put my order, I'm like, was this always here?
Yeah.
This is your boy Retro Recap, Double R Podcast, Ravens, Orioles.